is here now. Great new taste sensation, light and free now. Gives you elevation. Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough of the stuff.
The stuff, the taste that makes you hungry for more. The stuff, taste that delivers.
Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough.
Hey everybody, it's Drewsky Mcgillicuddy, and now I'm stuck in the 80s. I was hooked on the werewolf movies, and the werewolf movies were in the 80s, so now I'm stuck on the 80s, so I watched a 1985 classic that doesn't get nearly enough attention, and that's 1985's The Stuff, which is directed by Larry Cohen, who's known for It's Alive and all the other It's Alive movies. But The Stuff, yeah, how come nobody knows about this movie but me? And I watched this movie probably, back in 2014 for the first time? Yeah. 14, 15. And I was like, where in the hell had this movie been? Okay? Because I don't ever remember seeing this VHS cover, any posters. I don't ever remember none of this. Okay? None of this. Never heard of it in my life. How do we end up watching it? Do you remember?
Not really.
Did we end up renting it just because the poster looked intriguing?
I
I don't know, because I don't know what poster I'm showing. I haven't looked, but look, here's another poster, just for fun, just for shits and giggles. Here's another poster, and then you got, you know, The Stuff, which is delicious, by the way, and it now comes in sugar-free, calorie-free, fat-free, no trans fat. It's gluten-free. It's all kinds of free. But it's expensive because it's very like I dare you to get on eBay and see how much a jar of the stuff costs, because it is expensive. I got lucky and happened to find this one in the closet. Apparently it doesn't need to be refrigerated. So what is the stuff? What is the stuff? Well, let me tell you. The stuff is this stuff that comes up bubbling. It's like this bubbling crude, but not oil. But it comes up out of the ground like oil. And it's this white, fluffy, dessert, sweet, delicious taste. And it just comes up out of the ground. This guy discovers it. And one thing leads to another. And before you know it, everybody's obsessed with the stuff. It's in every store. They can't keep it on the shelves. There's commercials everywhere. There's merchandise, t-shirts, all this stuff. And it's just taken over the world, and everybody loves it. Everybody loves the stuff. Well, except for this kid. This kid, Jason. He don't like it. He thinks it's weird. He thinks it's weird. He doesn't know what's in it. And one night he's, thirsty or something. Thirsty, he's hungry. I don't know. He's hungry. And he's down looking in the refrigerator, and he sees the stuff move by itself. But then before he has a chance to inspect, his dad comes down and just overreacts. Acts like he's going to give him a spanking for getting up to get a drink of water or like a little midnight snack. I mean, come on, man. Calm the fuck down. That stuff's got your brain messed up. And that's basically what happens. The more you eat the stuff, the more you become the stuff, and the stuff becomes you. This movie's basically Invasion of the Body Snatchers meets The Blob meets something else. There's something else in here that I'm not absolutely sure. If you've seen this movie and you know what I'm trying to think of, that this movie, I mean, it's a blend of several other movies, yet it's its own unique thing, and it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, some of the acting is pretty subpar. Like Jason, the main kid in the movie, him and his brother and his whole family are kind of bad. But it's weird because once the stuff starts taking over their minds and they start acting real weird, and they just want Jason to eat the stuff. That's all they want him to do, is eat the stuff, become a family again. Like he's not part of the family until he sits down and he eats the stuff. There's even a scene later on in the movie where they force him to eat the stuff, and he acts like he's gonna eat it, and he goes and replaces it with shaving cream. But anyway, all the meanwhile, while Jason is suspicious, hell, there's even a part where he goes to the grocery store and just flips out and starts destroying all the stuff on the shelves and it takes 3 grown men to subdue this child, who's basically on a mission to, like, you know, destroy it. Now, there's also this detective, I guess he is. The ice cream companies are losing big business, and there's this detective, I guess they hired, David Mo Rutherford. They call him Mo because every time you give him something, he wants Mo. There's a little ongoing joke that he tells people. And this guy's played by Michael... damn it, I can't read my handwriting. Michael... Moriarty. And has he been in anything else? I meant to look that up, but... Oh my god, I absolutely love this guy. He makes up for everybody else's terrible acting in the movie, because every time he's on screen, it's just... I mean, he's a comedian.
Excuse me, sir. I kind of just threw up in your car.
I know.
I'm sorry. I mean,
That's all
I just
right.
ate shaving cream.
Well, everybody has to eat shaving cream once in a while.
Comedic genius, he's charming. It's just... He's one of my favorite characters in a horror movie ever, and nobody knows about him because nobody's ever seen this movie, and it pisses me off. He's in one of the Masters of Horror. But anyway, so he's hired by the ice cream companies to try to figure out what the ingredients are for the stuff, where it comes from, that sort of thing, so that the ice cream companies compete, because they're putting ice cream out of business. I mean, people aren't even eating real foods. There's scenes of people throwing their real food, like their peanut butter and their celery and their carrots and their meats and their vegetables and all their food. They're taking it out of the refrigerator, throwing it in the garbage, and stocking their fridges with the stuff. And the lady that started the advertising campaign, once she meets up with Mo, we'll call him Mo, once she meets up with Mo, they form a little relationship, I guess. Or I don't know if they knew each other beforehand or what, but all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're all kissy face and lovey-dovey. But she is immediately, like, when she finds out that there ain't nothing right about this situation, she wants to make it right. So that's great. But this, I don't know, it's such a crazy story. You know, they find this stuff, they put it into mass production, and then the ice cream company ultimately bring it down because he figures out where the stuff's coming from, and, you know, all of a sudden these people know he's looking for the answers or whatever. So the stuff has control. It's, yeah, there you go, Slither, because all the people that are infected with the stuff, they all know this guy, they're all looking for this guy. So it's crazy. And it's got some of the greatest special effects I've ever seen, but then it's got some of the cheesiest special effects I've ever seen. And you gotta remember, this is 1985. But when they're actually showing the stuff do its thing, and some of the effects that it has on the people, because it basically rots you from the inside, there's some cool stuff in the stuff. But then you got glitches in the system that fuck up your whole file, and then you had to cut it off and then restart like 2 hours later. So here I am to finish the end of the review. So I'm not gonna go on explaining anything else. I've already said too much. If you're one of those people that have not seen this movie, please, I beg you, let's rate it. We're gonna give it cult status, okay? It's getting cult status. Don't ask me what that means. I don't have a rating system, but this is a cult status movie. It's a movie that has not found a wide audience, even though it needs a wide audience. More people need to see this movie. Aside from some of the bad acting and some of the cheesy special effects, this movie is a great time from start to finish. It is on Amazon Prime. If you have the Shudder app, I recommend getting the Shudder app, and if not, just go ahead and rent it for $2.99. Hell, this is one you need to buy the physical copy of. I would go out and get the DVD, the VHS, the Blu-ray, get you one of these fancy stuff containers, even though I made this one out of a cottage cheese container. But that's beside the point. The stuff is amazing, and more people need to talk about it, but they're too busy talking about, you know, the big three and franchise movies, when you need to be watching these hidden gems that are standalone by themselves. And this movie, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, could benefit from a remake, because we have some amazing special effects nowadays, and we have some amazing directors, especially directors that work well with comedy and horror. So let's remake the stuff. If you're gonna fucking remake something that nobody fucking knows about except for people that are actually, you know, cinephiles like myself. The rest of you people, I don't like people that, you know, just casually watch movies. I mean, I've become a casual movie watcher, honestly, because I don't watch nearly as many movies as I used to. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the stuff and why it's so great, and why, if you haven't seen it, you need to get your ass out there and see it. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you click the like button if you like the video to let YouTube know that I'm not wasting my time. And or something. I don't know. It's past my bedtime. I'm going to bed. Make sure to subscribe. God damn it. I love you guys.